everyone, welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with Jenny from the UK. But we're not covering 90 Day Fiancé UK this time. We're covering 90 Day Single Life, and we're going to do episodes 1 and 2. So let's jump right into it. And I want to cover the first couple, Natalie and Josh. So you guys may remember Natalie from Natalie and Mike. And the first thing I want to point out about Natalie is that it is so interesting how she keeps portraying herself the prior seasons and this season like she's like this Virgin Mary, you know.
Right.
She doesn't want to give Josh a kiss. She's like, no, I'm going to keep him at arm's length. I'm not going to kiss him. But then if you guys remember, when she was with Mike, she portrayed that Mike was her second husband. In the second episode, when she was talking with Josh, she was asking him, she was giving Josh the third degree about why things went wrong with his wife and his baby's mama. And she admitted that she has been married 3 times. So I found that very interesting. For longtime viewers, Natalie finally admitted that Mike was her third husband, because during the time that their story aired, she was stating that Mike was her second husband.
Yeah.
So I found that very interesting.
That's out in it.
And so I find it very hypocritical how she is going at Josh. Oh, why did your relationships not work out? Is this a habit? When I look at yourself in the mirror, dear Natalie.
Well, for me, that says a lot. You've been married 3 times, and now you're questioning someone else about their life. That says a lot to me. Like, why are you questioning them when you've had the same sort of problems? Instead of judging, sort it out. But for me, I think she definitely wants to be, well, she said it herself, to be a model, didn't she? Yes. She wants to be a model. She thought by meeting this Josh, should get there. But I think he's using her for TV. That's what I...
Of course, definitely.
100,000%.
100%.
I don't trust both of them. They've both got their own agendas. That's what I think.
Yes, Josh's agenda is to get as much exposure as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, and Natalie's agenda is to continue the Matt Sharp exposure. I mean, she's too much. I can't take
I don't like her.
I don't like her either. I've never been a Natalie fan.
You guys have watched her previously, whereas I've only just started watching now, like this series. And straight away I didn't like her. Honestly, I really didn't.
By the way, guys, this is going to be from the point of view, as you guys know, I've been watching 90 Day from season 1, episode 1. Jenny is just actually starting to watch these characters on this series. Jenny has not watched Single Life previous to this, so she's just being introduced to these characters on this season. So you're going to get a newbie's point of view and the OG's point of view. So and so I'm introduced to Natalie now, and you already hate her. So
no, I don't know. I don't like that.
That says a lot.
Yeah. And there's someone else I really don't like, and I'm shocked at. But we'll get there.
Okay. So we don't think Natalie and Josh are a match in heaven.
Definitely not. No chance.
No chance at all. No chance at all. So we'll see. Moving on to let's move on to Caesar. Caesar.
Bless him. He's a little now you could tell he's a good, like you just said, I don't know him from last seasons or anything like that. I've only got to know him on these episodes.
Okay.
And you could tell he has got a good heart. I don't know why he keeps going to Ukraine though, because I'm sure he could get a good woman in America. because you can see he's nice. But that made me laugh in that taxi with the other guys when he thought he was going to go and meet these women on his own in his top hat and that. Like, really? Come on now. What do you think?
Ah, Caesar, that's all I can do is just shake my head. I remember Caesar from his original season with
Oh, okay.
Maria. With
Yeah.
Maria. And basically he was ghosted by Maria.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and Maria did not appear until the tell-all.
Right. I'd love to have
Okay.
seen that.
Okay, so and he had given her thousands and thousands of dollars. He was basically living on ramen noodles and sitting on a lawn chair in his apartment.
Well, then not being funny, more for him. More
Okay,
for him.
I mean, it is just like,
Yeah. Nah, it's like roll your heart. Oh, if I had have known that, I would have rolled my eyes as well.
yeah,
I'd whatever.
exactly.
You know
I'm
what
just
I
like,
mean?
Caesar,
I'd
you
have done the
haven't
exact same thing.
you haven't learned your lesson, like
Nah,
really.
that's too much. Too much.
And
I mean, he even said,
and I'm going
but
to say something. I'm going to say it. I believe Caesar has a fetish for Ukrainian women.
he's got to do, because why does he keep going there? Like,
Yeah, for
if
whatever
you've been,
reason, for whatever his reasoning, and I'm going to put it out there even further
yeah,
because he's, you know, I don't know. I think he has a fetish for Ukrainian women feet.
yeah.
For whatever reason, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it.
Do you know what? I'm going to
Because
say it like
he
this.
puts thousands and thousands of dollars. Like he has spent so much money on Maria, and now he's
Yeah.
putting all this money into this Ukrainian matchmaker. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And now he's going out to the Ukraine looking like I don't even know.
Do you know what?
Top hat.
I'm going to say it as I guarantee loads of people say it, think it, right? These guys who do it more than once, obviously are doing it for their own selfish reasons. Like, they think that these women are going to want to come to America, the amazing country, from there, in these men's minds, crappy country, and they're going to come and just do anything I want them to do.
Exactly. Be so grateful. Be so grateful that they were rescued. And especially, you know, right, exactly.
You know, and it's a few times I've seen the men doing that now.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was this. I didn't know that happened to him the first time.
Yeah.
So otherwise, I'd have exactly.
Maria didn't show up until the tell-all. Maria totally ghosted him.
Wow.
Totally ghosted him.
Wrong? Like
and he said to her, guys, I know this may be, I think it was 40,000, like a ridiculous amount of money. The guy works in a nail salon. He was eating ramen noodles and sitting on a green lawn chair in his living room.
That just, weren't he embarrassed the first time?
Thank you.
Sorry, that shit gets me mad. Like, come on now, you're a grown-ass man.
Thank you.
You're a real grown-ass man and all, you're in your 20s. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Thank you.
That's ridiculous.
So that's why when
you can't even feel bad for the guy.
When the opening scene of Caesar getting dressed and putting on his little bow tie and the hat, I was just like, oh God, here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh God. Like, so that's
I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
But I agree with you. His face when he opened up the door to that car and he realized that there was other guys in the car and it wasn't
rich guys.
Him. Rich guys. He actually has competition and he's not going to have just like, you know, his picking of the bunch. Like he really pictured he was going to go to this event and all these women and it's going to be like Caesar, like just picking like, you know, all these women. Now, honey, you have competition.
Yeah, it's true. And not just that, let's just say it weren't the other two guys, it was just him. What in the right mind did he think about what he was wearing? I'm going to go over top hat and tail.
He thinks he looks
Really?
good. He thinks he looks fly, Jenny. He looks fly.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what it reminded me of? Him off Love After Lockup with a blue suit. Can't think of his name.
Tyrese.
That's right.
My
It
man
reminded me of
Tyrese.
that.
My man
That's
Tyrese in a blue suit. Yup.
It reminded me of that.
Tyrese in a blue suit. Oh my God. Yep. Oh, Caesar. Yep. All I have to say is about this is
Bye.
bye, Caesar. Bye.
Yeah.
So moving on, Debbie. And we were talking about her before we started recording. Okay, now Debbie. One thing I have to say is I need her energy now.
No.
Not at her age. I need it now. Okay. Yeah. But the sound effects had to go.
No.
Had to go.
Too much.
No. Too much for the sound effects. They needed to mute the mics or something. Yeah. I didn't need to hear them.
No.
That no thanks.
To be fair,
her energy and all of that I would like now. Yes.
At first when I was like, I hope I have her energy at her age, and I thought, yo, no, I wish I had it now. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm like, blimey, her energy is amazing. And obviously you know her before now, whereas I don't. And so I'm enjoying watching her. Like, and I can't wait. I hope it does work out for her and him, to be fair. Because he seems, well, to me, that he's been single for a very long time. Do you know what I mean? So at least they're getting some nookie, you know?
Yes.
And hopefully they'll live happily ever after.
Debbie and Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's what I thought straight away. I thought, oh, she's got her own Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. And she is 363 days younger than him, like she said in the first episode. So she's the cougar. She's the cougar in this relationship. So, you know.
What was she like before this series? Because I really like her.
Okay, first of all, before, I know a lot of people may not like her. Okay, because before the series, and like as we seen in the first episode, when Colt made an appearance in his robe, okay, she was a real helicopter mom. I'm going to put it kindly. She was Colt's marriage to Larissa had a lot of problems, and Debbie was one of the major problems.
Part of it.
Right. Yeah. Major part of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. They had other major problems, but living with Debbie did not help it. Okay.
She's too much.
She's too much. Okay. And Colt and Debbie do have, and I believe now they're like becoming more independent of each other. But up until recently, they had a codependent relationship on each other.
Yeah.
And I think now that Colt is married to Vanessa and they moved away because from what I understand now, Colt and Vanessa have moved away and Debbie lives on her own. They're not so dependent on each other. So like, it's like, because when Debbie's husband passed away, she moved in with Colt and they became very dependent on each other. So their mother-son relationship became very weird. Like it was weird. It was like one of those weird relationships.
Yeah,
like you were like,
I've seen them. I know,
kind of like I don't know if
a bit too clingy.
I Love Mama's Boy. It was kind of like I Love Mama's Boy type. Okay. But I believe it was because, her husband passed away and she moved in with her son, and it just kind of like melded like that, kind of, and it became weird. But now that the two of them are apart, we're seeing more of Debbie's personality before she lost it. Because I believe during that period when she became codependent on her son, she lost herself.
Well, they were her and husband was married for a very long time.
Oh, yes, they were. They were married for a very long time.
I mean, so I can understand that being so dependent on a son at that time. Like, I'd
Right,
have to watch it, so I can't really comment, but I can only imagine that's all she had. So, do you know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So, hopefully, now
And
we're going
I
to see
could
the
see
best of her.
how, like, she was, because there was, tantrums and really big arguments when Colt, was married to Larissa, and there was like really like toxicity in that home. But as we could all see now, Larissa was not good for Colt, and that
Yeah.
marriage was toxic, and that marriage was not did not last. So Mama Debbie knew best,
Yeah.
right? It's like
Yeah.
kind of like, Mama knew best anyway,
Yeah. 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 Got ya. Well,
so
I know he's pissed off with her at the minute, and because he said, didn't he, like, you're a crap mom. So
right,
hopefully he'll just come round. He'll come round.
right,
I really hope I just see an happy ever after with her because she does deserve it, you know?
right, right. So but it's still like a kind of cringy. Like I think, sometimes like with the kissing
She
scene.
moved too fast. Let's not get
Yes.
that bit twisted. She moved way too fast.
Oh yeah, she
But I'm
does.
hoping it works out for her,
Right,
even though that happened,
right.
you know?
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly. So do we want to move on to Veronica?
Yeah.
And I really, one, I don't understand her place in the series because she's not a cast member per se. Like
I was
Tim,
it.
like Tim was the cast member. Tim was the one that actually appeared on 90 Day. He appeared on 90 Day
Yeah.
the other way, and he
Yeah.
went to Colombia to try to hook up with Jennifer, who was with Jesse, but not with Jesse
Oh,
anymore.
okay. Oh, I've got you now.
Okay, that's where all that connection.
Right.
Okay, so as you saw on the second episode, Veronica is Tim's ex.
X. Yeah.
So Veronica was introduced to us through Pillow Talk.
I was going to
Because
say, because I have seen them on Pillow Talk. I have seen
exactly,
them on that.
that's how we got introduced to Veronica, and everybody
Okay.
fell in love with Veronica on Pillow Talk.
She is nice. She is
Right.
nice.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love Veronica, but this is like 90 Day Single Life for cast members.
So it
Like,
should be Tim.
right, because
Yeah.
Veronica has never appeared on 90 Day per se.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
Debbie was on 90 Day Fiance with Colt and Larissa.
I understand where you're coming
Right.
from.
Natalie was part of Natalie and Mike.
Yeah.
Caesar was part of Caesar and Maria. It's kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, so, but fine.
Okay, let's say if it was Tim, who should he be dating?
I
Because I'm telling you now, he needs to run out of that closet.
Well, actually, Tim
bloody
has a
cute.
girlfriend. Tim has a girlfriend in
I
real
know,
life,
I heard him say
supposedly.
it, but for me, he's like, no. And usually I've got a good gay thing,
Yes, yes, yes.
Come on now.
And now,
You
if
know?
you were Veronica's date and you walked into the house and
That
Tim was
was
sitting
funny.
there, and Tim was sitting there on the couch.
With his eyebrows.
Yeah, but I know, with his
Cracked me up,
eyebrows.
that-
With his eyebrows.
It was the
I
eyebrows. I was like,
It was
look,
the eyebrows. The eyebrows do it for me every
dead
time.
straight face, pointy eyebrows. Like, okay. He weren't happy at all.
And Veronica runs to the kitchen. She leaves the two of them there.
Oh,
She
no.
runs to the kitchen.
I know. Do you know what? I think these two are going to bring a good laugh to the series.
Yes,
though.
I think so. Yes. I think
But
so.
I do really like them both. And I love the way Veronica goes, he's like my sister.
Yeah,
You
I
got
know.
that
I
You
know.
Because I remember when I first watched them on 90 Day Pillow Talk.
Right?
And it was on Mary Pants. Mary, I thought you'd gone then. It was on Mary Pants' page. And I was like, definitely thought he, had a boyfriend and she was his friend. That's
Right.
what I thought.
Right. No,
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's actually he was the cast member and she's, his ex.
I never knew.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I hope Veronica finds love.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think she will. She's too strong. Do you know what I mean? With Veronica, she's very strong character,
yes.
and I love that in women. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but I think it can come a bit intimidating. Also, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I think
no.
it's good to be strong, but sometimes you've got to let your guard down a little bit. You know, you know
Yes,
what
you
I'm saying.
do.
Oh, you
Oh,
know what
yes,
I
you
mean.
do.
But
And then
yeah,
and I also think it has to take the right kind of guy to accept her relationship with Tim.
100%. Because not many guys would put up with that. But I think when they meet him, and because I thought the exact same thing, and I thought, Matt, actually, I think when they meet him, they'll be okay. If you know
Right.
what I mean.
Right.
You know.
If they meet him under the right circumstance, not when they
Yeah,
come
not
back,
like that.
right, for a
Bloody
nightcap and
not
he's
like
sitting there with
that.
the eyebrows.
Nah, definitely not like that.
But the eyebrows are way, Tim. The
Yeah,
eyebrows are intimidating,
they were funny. At least that's the first thing I noticed. What I gotta love them eyebrows.
Intimidating eyebrows, Only
Yeah,
Tim could have intimidating eyebrows. Like, what the fuck?
yeah.
Oh my God. So for the last, I think is the last one. Oh yes.
Oh, here we go. The best one.
Oh, Tanya. So you don't like Tanya?
No, no, I don't mind Tanya.
Oh, okay.
I
So
just think
who's
she's
the
a
one?
bit confused. What's her name? The blonde woman, the old lady.
Am I missing someone?
No, no, you're not.
I'm
I'm
like,
thinking of 90 Day Fiance, something else. It's all right,
okay. I'm
not
like,
the
am I
single life.
missing someone? I'm like, am I
No,
missing
that's my
someone?
fault.
Oh, Tanya. I can't stand her.
I don't like her. She's confusing. I don't know what she's going on about. I think she don't even know what she's going on about herself.
I'm gonna give you Tanya a prior season in a nutshell. Okay.
Go on.
Tanya met Sinjin in South
Yeah.
Africa when she was traveling with her ex-boyfriend. She ditched her ex-boyfriend in a bar,
What?
okay, and hooked up with Sinjin. Or she was traveling with some guy. I don't know, but she didn't go to South Africa to meet Sinjin. She was originally traveling with some other guy.
Yeah.
Dumped guy number one when she
Great.
met guy number two, Sinjin.
Oh,
Okay.
she seems a nice person, doesn't she?
Okay. So then her and Sinjin hooked up a one night stand that turned
Yeah.
into her moving into his apartment for 7 months.
Okay.
He was living with his two mates and she just moved into his apartment for 7 months. Okay.
She's one of them.
Okay. Then they, were traveling, whatever, the bohemian life. Then they got engaged, applied for the K1 visa, brought him back. They were living in the storage shed in her mother's backyard.
What? Oh my gosh.
All right, guys, here we go. This is why this is the Single Life podcast you need to watch. The OG and the newbies reaction.
I'm shocked.
Okay. They were living in the storage shed of her mother's backyard. Okay. Then, in the middle of their 90 days, Jenny, hold on to your chair, my dear Jenny.
I'm in shock.
She decided to go to, was it Costa Rica, guys? Argentina? Somewhere in South America to take a 30-day witch doctor course.
Okay.
And she left Sinjin. She left Sinjin with her mother in the backyard shed. Sinjin is in the shed. She's in Costa Rica partying. You see her shaking her tits.
And she wonders why they split up.
Okay. And she's taking her witch doctor course, partying in Costa Rica, doing shots. He's in the shed. Okay, well, her mother in the house.
Nasty.
And the smack in the middle of their 90 days. Smack in the middle of their 90 days.
I've heard it all. Who in the right mind would even do that? Sorry, she could see. She
Am I wrong, guys?
like
Drop me,
well
long time fans. Drop me a comment and tell me if I'm wrong. This
Honestly,
is Tanya and St. John in a nutshell. This was Tanya and St. John's 90 Days in a nutshell. And
honestly,
wait, I forgot the best part. She told him that he was not her soulmate. Looked him dead in his face and said, my first boyfriend, my first lover is my soulmate. You're not my soulmate. I love you, St. John, but you're not my soulmate. St. John just professed they were doing couples counseling. I love you, Tanya. You're my soulmate, blah, blah, blah. Looked him dead in his face and said, but you're not my soulmate.
I can't stand women like her. Honestly, I didn't like her to begin with, to be honest. She's confusing, right? But after hearing all that, she'll end up on her own. She will for the rest of her life.
Now can you tell me why I can't stand Tanya? That I want to take her by her greasy hair, snatch her, do my TV, and smack her. Every time I see her. And the fact that she never wears a fucking bra. I want to take and snatch her to the fucking TV.
Honestly, I'm sorry. I'm just in shock. I'm not usually.
I'm gonna let it process. I'm gonna let you process this for a minute.
I'm usually lost for words.
Yes.
I'm not usually lost for words.
St. John is the horrible guy because he doesn't want to have children. Don't get me wrong.
Can you blame him?
St. John's an alcoholic. St. John's an alcoholic. I'm not saying St. John's innocent. St. John's not innocent. St. John's not innocent at all. He's a party hardy alcoholic. He's never going to grow up.
But he's moved to America.
He's here. St. John's here.
Well, he got his green card, didn't he?
They got married. They wound up getting married. After she put him through all that, they got married in the backyard by the shed. But they got married.
Stop it. No, they didn't.
Yes, they did. People tell me if I'm wrong, people. By the shed, they got married. Oh my God! Don't even get me started. Don't even. Tanya's mother. Here we go. I'll give you something else. Tanya's mother ripped him a new ass because he took a shot of vodka out of her Jack Daniels. She knew how much Jack was in her bottle, and there was a whole scene. St. John, you've been drinking my Jack.
That just says a lot about people. Come on now, like if someone.
Don't get me wrong. Knowing what we know now about St. John, that he's an alcoholic, okay, but still, the guy is in the shed in the backyard. Your daughter left him and went to Costa Rica. Let him drink your fucking Jack. Like, really? Like, really?
I ain't gonna lie. If that was me, I would have drank the whole frigging bottle if I was in a shed outside.
Like, come on. Like, come on, lady. Like, lady,
it's funny,
really?
They always come for the men, right? Now, I don't know this guy, and I've never watched him, but, right, and I'm not making excuses, but her actions, right, are going to affect him too.
Right.
Get me? I will say this until I'm blue in the face,
because I don't want anybody coming at me. St. John is not innocent. St. John was not innocent in their relationship. He did a lot of shit too. But, I mean, come on. Tanya stuck him in the shed and went to Costa Rica to shake her tits.
I think she needs to go and grow up, to be honest. I think she needs to be on her own, grow up, and fix yourself frigging up.
I mean, please. And then
how can you be at that age? I was just thinking, how can you be at that age and not sorted your life out? You know, don't get me wrong.
She was studying to be a witch doctor.
We all have hardships. I mean, don't get it twisted. I have hardships. We all do. It's life, right? But at the same time, you've got to have some sort of road that you're walking down, not just partying your head off and expecting everything to just fall in place, because it ain't happening, mate.
Right.
That's why I look at it anyway.
So then she meets up, she meets, and then the other thing is, this guy, well, what is his name again? Hold on a second.
I can't even remember his name.
Justin.
That's right.
This guy, no, not Justin. Sorry, that was Veronica's guy. Joel the bartender. Joel the
Yeah.
bartender. Does she have a fetish for bartenders? She met St. John the bartender while she was on vacation. Now she meets Joel the bartender in Aruba while she's on vacation.
It's a fetish. It's not a fetish. All it is, she meets these people because she's always in bars.
Ugh.
That's it. You're not going to meet a good person like that, especially don't your history tell you that? Do you know what I mean? I'm on about her. Don't her history. Wouldn't you have learnt your lesson by now?
But then the guy, the thing I like about this guy, he keeps calling her out on her bullshit.
He did. And
he keeps calling her out.
And
I like. He's not putting. He's like, you're not separated. It's not on paper. You're still married. You're still married. He keeps correcting her. You're married, but you're married.
Yeah, he did. And I did like that about him. And I hope, after a while, I've just found out now, I didn't even like him at the beginning anyway, but I hope he runs for the friggin' hills. Because this woman's trouble, I'm telling you.
St. John was on Single Life last season.
Oh, right, okay.
He was on Single Life last season. Listen.
Is St. John a big guy? With like a beard?
No,
and like longish hair?
Yes, longest, yes.
I've seen him. I know exactly who you're on about.
Yes.
And he liked partying, didn't he?
Yes.
That's right. I know who you're on about.
That is good old St. John.
I've seen it on certain clips.
Yes, that is good old St. John. I can't. I don't like Tanya. Tanya's not one of my favorites at all.
No.
I don't like how I didn't like how during her season she brought him over here. She talked to him very degrading a lot. Like she was very degrading to him. You know,
it was across to me like a spoiled bitch.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was always about her feelings.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
And then it was like her mom, her sister, they would like gang up on him a lot. Oh yeah. During his 90 days, there was a lot of scenes. It was like the three of them like ganging up on him.
I've just drank the whole bottle, I'm telling you.
Thank you. Do you blame him? Do you blame him? Shoot. So
I hope he's doing good now.
Yeah, but this guy Joel, he calls Tanya out on her bullshit.
Oh yeah. He ain't gonna put up with her princess shit.
He's not gonna put up with it, and
nah.
We'll see.
No chance.
We'll see. So
yeah,
that's the first 2 episodes of this hot mess season 3.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, and
looking forward to the rest.
And we'll take it from there. So thank you for joining me, Jenny. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you don't already. Hit that like button, share with a friend. And if you guys are so inclined, and if you are grateful for all of our hard work, there's a thanks button right there somewhere. You can send us a super sticker. Thank you so much, guys. See you next week. Bye.